Alright, what's up, everybody? Sorry I haven't done a live stream in a long time. I don't really got an excuse for this one. It's just, you know, real lazy. But I'm here now, so fuck it. I doubt anybody will really join this one. I'm just kind of rambling. So, happy 2023, I guess. It's, I mean, things are getting better politically, I guess. But, not a lot other than that has changed. Should be getting a new apartment, moving to a new school sometime in either March or April. So, this whole background is going to change soon, but, not a lot really changing. Same wide either way. I'm getting pretty close to figuring out philosophically, I believe. I think I have figured it out because I noticed that there's something that I keep coming back to. It's this idea that there is this substance, whatever it is, that exists everywhere all at once and is infinite in every way. And one of the ways that it's infinite is probability. And because of that, it's infinitely probable and therefore definite that that substance will form this universe from your perspective. Um, Whether or not this universe is completely in your head, how exactly it started, like how it manifested, I have no clue. That's a science question, not a philosophy question. But I think I do understand the the non-dual gist. um, so basically, my theory is the universe emerged just out of raw probability. That's why this is all here. That's why it's how it is. And all the things in nature that we recognize are just synchronicities that we see, within this reality because it's subject to change at any time. Like these scientists, they think they got it figured out. Let me tell you something. They only got the groundwork for what's going to be changing for millions and millions and millions of years. That's what I believe. Um, so there you go. I guess that's my philosophical model so far. Um, the ultimate thing that confuses people is separating the material world from the psychic world, like psychology versus matter. They're both the same concept. They're both a part of the same, like number system that that generates what this universe is. Um, but the difference is purely a psychological one. But it's a useful difference because it allows for science and it allows us to pick apart, you know, the numbers which inhabit this universe. And when I say numbers, I mean not literally, but in a metaphorical way. Like imagine this, right? Let's take pi for example. The number pi, supposed to be infinite, right? A bunch of numbers. Nobody seems to find any, general order to how they go along. Though there is an order to it, we just can't see it because too many in a row. But um, where was I going with this? Right. So imagine a universe that kind of works like that. Everything is made of a bunch of different numbers. No specific order, at least none that can be seen. Um, and they all dictate what the other numbers are going to do. Well, we got the number arrangement that allows this to happen. We got the number arrangement that allows me to speak to you and you to perceive me. Um, and what science does is we basically pick apart what those numbers are so that we can, sort of use them to our advantage. It's like numbers picking apart numbers for the sake of controlling numbers. Sounds kind of pointless when you frame it that way, but That's how I see it. In a universe where anything's probable, you know, we could probably find it somewhere. And probable in like an impossible way. I mean, like, although this universe may go on infinitely, it doesn't imply that, it's the only one that exists. It's not that they're stacked on top of each other, rather, it's that they're sort of in the same position. It's just, our minds can sort of only perceive this one because, you know, a sphere that has everything in it, oh, excuse me. If you have a sphere that has every conceivable thing in it, it also has a brain in it that can limit itself down to what is in it. Does that make sense? It's kind of hard to think of, but And the reason why it all works this way is because, well, it's probable for it to do so. There are probably, other parts of this sphere of raw probability that work in different ways. But for whatever reason, we've landed on this one. The reason is because it's probable. That's literally the only reason. Um, Once again, the how and why is kind of a scientific question, but philosophy knows that that is the answer, at least for what we have gathered now. At least for what I've gathered now. Hold on, I just got a message. uh, yeah, they just told me I have no friends, dude. I was telling them to invite some people. Oh well. I don't think they're even here. Hold on. No, not community moderation. Participants. Nope, just me. Oh well. That's fine. Um, yeah, so when you boil it down, um, there are only really four things that we can observe in this universe. That's qualia, consciousness, form, and interaction. Uh, and that's like the whole gist of science right now. Qualia, consciousness, form, and interaction. Qualia, consciousness involving the psyche, form, and interaction involving the material realm. And they all sort of intertwine with each other in ways which don't make sense unless you see them as kind of the same thing. Um, you'll figure it out. Just think about it long enough. I don't really have the brain capacity right now to explain it to you. All I got is to tell you how it is. So, well, stepping aside from philosophy, um, people have been getting real complacent, for lack of a better word. Like the world is very lackluster in confidence, especially people who are my age. So, something that I've learned, I quote George Carlin here: "In the land of the unassertive, the dominant man is king," and that's true on so many levels. But there's a sort of loneliness that comes with that because, you know, once you realize that you can do whatever you want with no consequence, people start becoming just ones and zeros. Just things that are in the way of you doing that thing. But that's why I think the world needs more confident people because I feel lonely. God damn it! Let more people be like me. Boy, I better sound like the world class narcissist right now. Oh well. Well, it's already that's all I really got to say. This stream. It's been only 10 minutes, but just coming in for a little checkup. Might do another stream, might not. Who knows? Um, oh, I drew a picture by the way. Hold on, let me show you this. But you didn't know I drew furry art. Check this out. You able to see that? I will assume yes. Might be a bit hard to see. Let's try and get that in focus. Fuck it, it's good enough. I'm sure you can make out what it is. All right. Well, that's that. I drew that for a friend. They asked me to draw me and them sitting next to a tree. Anyway, I'm gonna end it now. See ya.